All right. Does it look like I'm in focus? Can you get up there real quick? Oh, yeah. Gotta be professional, man.
Yes.
Awesome.
I mean, like, it's kind of blurry, like, all over you, but yeah, you're in focus.
That's not in focus, then.
Oh.
Blur?
You're in focus.
Blur means out of... Am I
you are in focus.
I don't believe you.
You are. I promise you.
All right. If I look back at this footage and I'm a little bit less in focus than you, I will be thoroughly disappointed. Welcome back to Knights of the Roundtable podcast. The Knights of the Roundtable podcast. I don't know why I just made it improper by calling it Knights.
I mean, if you really think about it, we're the Knights of the No Table podcast.
Yeah, Ants just pointed that out to me before we started recording, and I was like, well, I'll be damned.
All right, don't point out that all the jokes that I make, I've made behind the scenes as well, okay?
It's no problem.
What?
I don't know.
It's not a problem to me.
I'm fine with it.
It's new to them.
Well, all of this is new to them.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for you guys.
But, what was it? No, it's better. It's worse than at our old office in Kevin's room when we had the Roundtable podcast, and it was a rounded table.
Yeah, the corners were round.
The corners were rounded. That's what you guys didn't see. You guys said the round table has no round table. Technically, the table was round. It just wasn't a typical round
sort of
table.
Like a round.
It was a round rectangle.
Yeah, round, very definite rectangle.
A round tangle.
The round tangle.
The round tangle. That's what the next Tangled movie is going to be called.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of sequels, way to segue.
Oh yeah, okay.
Chance actually watched the trailers now.
Yeah, I watched a couple of the trailers. We're gonna.
You don't have to hold the mic the whole time.
Okay, well I do. I want to kind of get through the trailers quick because we touched on them all last week a bit, but
we didn't touch on most of them actually. We only talked about really Bumblebee and
okay, well Bumblebee
Spider-Verse
looked like garbage.
Yeah, but I mean, you can give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance because it's not Michael Bay.
I can't give
that
it
alone
a chance.
And it's got John Cena, so I mean,
okay,
everything he's attached to is gold.
Fred movie.
Yeah, exactly.
He
was the best thing in those movies.
Okay, yeah, he was the best thing in them, but he was the only good. Okay, actually,
his presence,
Fred 2, Night of the Living Fred is a guilty pleasure.
If his presence makes it, if his presence makes it better, then him being the main star of something is a selling point.
That's fair. That's fair.
There you go.
I still don't want to see it.
That's fair.
I just think that
is also fair.
Robots aren't really my thing. Although at E3, the Nintendo thing, that game that they opened with, it was like a robot fighting game, and I was like, actually, that looks kind of fun.
What is it, like ARMS, but robot arms?
No, like full like mechs. Like you're like mini mechs, and you're fighting really big ones, and it's like, hey, I can get behind that.
Like Rock'em Sock'em. Except
like, you're like a finger guy fighting a Rock'em Sock'em.
I haven't seen footage, so this is just really confusing to me.
Yeah.
Next trailer.
I'll send it to you later. Not Incredibles.
Incredibles 2. That's much late. That's coming out this weekend.
Whatever. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not seeing it.
Why?
Because I wanted a kind of like.
You wanted it to be the Underminer?
No. I wanted it to be like in the future, but
yeah. But that doesn't mean it's still going to be bad just because it's not what you thought it was going to be.
Just out of principle, I really wanted a 60s Incredibles movie.
What?
Yeah.
That's not the future. Oh, you mean the parents being in their 60s?
No, because The Incredibles takes place in the 1950s.
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
It takes place in the 1950s.
No, sir. I don't
think
it does.
Yes, it does, Josh.
Is that a fact?
That is a fact.
I have to look this up because I don't believe you.
Go ahead. We have to clap to sync anyway, so we can do this while you do that.
1, 2, 3. Awesome. All right. Let's test this. Let's look at this.
Yeah, and we'll just cut this part out.
No. Keep talking.
I'm saying that we'll cut back to once you've found.
No, I think we should keep talking to fill up all the airspace because Kevin has to use that SD card soon, so we shouldn't waste any time.
Okay. In that case,
so keep talking while I'm Googling.
So Incredibles 2, I just don't really want to see.
Talk about the
Wreck-It Ralph
okay.
2. Not gonna see. I think that it exists just so Disney can jerk themselves off. That's why they're visiting Disney. I think that's ridiculous. I get that I've heard that the original goal was it was going to be them visiting Disney Infinity, which would at least make sense because, Wreck-It Ralph is about video games and this one isn't. And I don't understand. That's just dumb. Why are they going to the internet? Like, unless they come across like hardcore, like weird stuff.
Okay. It doesn't take place in the 50s. The beginning scene takes place in the late 50s.
Okay.
As the main events take place 15 years after the beginning of the film, when the wedding takes place, the main events can't take place any later than 1973, likely no earlier than 1971. Mr. Credible and Elastigirl got married at the beginning, and Thunderhead is dead at the wedding. He died in 1958. Okay, so
okay.
Not the 50s.
Okay, then in the 80s, even
70s. So the first one is in the 70s.
If they did
this one would have been in the 80s.
5-10 years later. Like,
that makes me so glad that they didn't, though, because every movie has to take place in the 80s now,
exactly.
And it's annoying.
That's why I'm kind of surprised that they wouldn't.
I'm glad they didn't, though.
Yeah, okay.
Because Brad Bird makes good movies.
Can definitely live with that now, but at the same time, I wish that there was some time jump. Like you said that it took place
totally
early
agree.
70s, maybe even just 5 years later.
I totally agree.
Think we better Dash in high school.
I totally,
Violet, young
I
adult.
agree with you wholeheartedly.
Jack is a kid. Jack is not going to.
Jack is still an infant. He's not going to be any more of a character. Well, we can't say that.
No, like a baby can't really have a real personality unless it's something
true.
like Boss Baby. Because even if they're like, kind of like bratty, that's still not a character.
Yeah, babies don't really have personality until they're like
can't.
about 3 at least.
Yeah,
or 2.
I don't know. I think it's
2
just
at the
kind
earliest.
of weak to do that.
Yeah,
and then they did the whole bit about like, I don't know, Mr. Incredible is like struggling to like care for Jack, and it's like, didn't he do this twice already?
Jack. Well, I mean, Jack was barely in the first movie.
No. With his first 2 kids, like.
Well, yeah, but it's like a role reversal because like Mr. Incredible's a stay-at-home dad now, while Mrs. Incredible's out doing the missions.
I get that, but like, I don't know.
So now, like, he gets to see why her job was just as hard as his, and
But wouldn't he have ever helped around the house?
Well, she was a stay-at-home.
But with the first 3 kids, I'm sure that he did at some point. It's like
but definitely not as much because he was working full time while she was a stay-at-home mother.
I mean, this movie is showing him struggle to like even change Jack's diaper, and it's like, you never did this.
Well, I mean, Jack didn't have powers yet.
Dash and Violet did when
we don't know if they did when they were babies. Well, I assume they did, I guess.
Yeah,
because
I think
because they act like Jack's an anomaly for not having powers as a baby. So.
Yeah, they definitely act as though. So no, like I don't know. It just seems to me like, I
don't know. I'm still gonna see it, and I'm sure it's probably gonna be good.
I mean, I'm sure it will be. I just don't think it's really for me.
There's wasted potential there, definitely.
Yeah,
but I'm sure with what we have, it'll be great. Because I mean,
Spider-Verse, I saw.
Yeah, what did you think of that? You weren't interested by any of the trailers, and that's one of them. You weren't intrigued by.
I'm still not interested.
Why? I want to know. I'm curious.
Again, not a big Miles Morales fan. I think that he was very boring. I think that he was executed pretty poorly.
In the main line.
In the comics.
Okay.
I mean, even in the Ultimate comics, he kind of died partway through. They kind of like. He
died in Ultimate?
No. Like his momentum.
Oh,
kind of died
okay.
off. He had promise. It kind of fell to the wayside, and then it really fell apart once they moved him into the main series.
Yeah, like you were telling me last time.
The new one, I don't know. It kind of looked like, I almost thought like, whoa, is this about to be like a straight up serious Spider-Man? Like cartoon, like
Phil Lord and Chris Miller are directing it. You got to remember that.
I didn't know that until right before I watched the second trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But like that first trailer, I was like, okay, I was impressed. But then I kind of saw there was a comedy, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of.
I don't think it's gonna be a straight comedy.
But I think it'll be a good mix. But at the same time, I kind of want something that is
more straight.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
that's fair.
Bumblebee, Wreck-It Ralph. Spider-Verse. What was the fourth one?
The Lego Movie 2.
No, the Lego
which I'm
Movie
very
2.
excited for.
I
love the Lego Movie.
Yeah,
I know Phil Lord and Chris Miller aren't directing this one.
Okay.
And I knew that while watching the trailer, so I was like a little bit like, oh, is this gonna suck? But
yeah.
From the trailer, I'm like, it looks like it's doing a good job at recapturing, like, having the same feel as the first movie, which is good, because I don't want any... The worst thing you can have in a franchise is when the sequels don't match the tone.
At New Star Wars. It looks like an extended Boys vs. Girls episode, which I never liked. No.
What do you mean? Well, I've never seen that show. What is that?
No. Like, you know when, like...
Oh, just like Battle of the Sexes?
Yeah.
How? What do you mean?
It's literally the evil sister versus the boys. Toys. It's like...
That's not like the plot of this one. I think the plot of this one is like... Because it's after... It looks like, because everything's a wasteland now, so we can assume it's after the Duplo already attacked.
Yeah, the Duplo is the sister.
Yeah. But I mean...
Yeah.
I don't think the kids are still going to have that much of a charactership in the movie. I don't think they're going to be coming back to live action very much at all.
Oh, I don't think they'll be cutting back, but I think that's the essential like metaphor that they're going with this time, because
I don't know. I don't know if it's that deep.
The alien is literally called the Sistar or something.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I must have missed that. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, the alien was literally called the Sistar.
That's really funny.
That's
really clever.
The point of making it a wasteland is because like the kid's little sister came in and like wrecked all of his
I remember the end of the movie and was like, we're Lego Duplo, we're here to destroy you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, like it.
But I like that it takes place not right after the first movie. I like that it's
Incredibles.
I like that it's a time jump. Yes, that's a good concept, and I like.
Yeah.
It reminds me like I don't know if you saw Guardians 2.
I did not.
Okay, but you saw the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I thought it was okay.
And the second one, like the team is kind of separated, and they each, not like completely separated where each character's on their own, but like they're kind of paired off and they all have their own little subplots going on. And that's what Lego Movie 2 kind of reminds me of, because looks like most of the master builders get kidnapped. So I don't know if it's
Didn't that happen in the first one?
Yeah, but that wasn't like the plot. That was like, because the main cast, like Wild Style. Yeah. And Unikitty,
I hate
Batman. What, Lucy?
No, Wild Style.
Well, they're not calling her that anymore. That's one thing I liked in the trailer.
Okay, good. Because that was like so...
Because he just called her Lucy. He never called her Wild Style once, and that I really like.
That's good, because that was like...
Because it's growth. It's building off the first one.
No, I was saying I felt as though I was back in 6th grade reading Sonic fan fiction. That wasn't a joke. God.
Batman, save me.
Shadow Senpai?
And then
never again.
But I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I understand that. Again, there's really nothing this year that has me that interested. I guess I'll see.
How to Train Your Dragon 3? Are you serious?
Oh, my bad. Okay, right. Looks pretty good. I'm
so excited.
I don't care for the design of the White Knight Fury.
Mm-hmm. The Light Fury.
Light Fury, right? I thought it was White Fury for a minute, so I wasn't.
Yeah, that's a little too...
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say that.
Can't call it... No.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Just thinking about those implications.
White Fury. Kevin's still here. Ooh.
Jesus. I was going to go there for once in my life. No, I don't really care for the design of it. But again, I get that it's supposed to be a reflection of Toothless, and I'm okay with that. I need to see the second one first.
Oh, you haven't?
I have not.
Dude, I love this franchise so much, because like the first one, I was like, I don't know why, must have been in a bad mood that day or something, because I was super pessimistic, and I was like, this movie looks dumb, it's gonna suck.
So you were really like me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was very going in super low expectations, and it blew me away. Chance. And I think it had a couple cliches that I didn't like, but overall, I was very pleased.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that the first one was like flawless, but I thought that it was
a very solid film. Yeah,
8, 9 out of 10.
That's what I'd say. I'd say it's an 8. And then the second one is, even just for like animation, one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen.
Okay,
I might. It is amazing.
I'm gonna watch it. Then.
honestly, if they do at AMC how they do always do like the movie marathon things.
No.
Well, every time
I don't go out and watch movies.
AMC, the movie theaters, they often do double features for sequels or like a movie marathon for a franchise.
Oh, okay.
I would highly recommend doing that for How to Train Your Dragon. I'm going to do it just so I can see How to Train Your Dragon 2 in theaters again because it's just awesome.
Okay. I will definitely check
and the action is incredible, and it's just like the characters build upon each other.
Yeah, because I mean, 3 definitely looks good. He's got a beard that shows that he's older.
Here's the thing, though. There's the thing, though, that he only has the beard in one shot of the trailer. So I'm like, is that an epilogue or is that
maybe it's like just a joke? Like,
or maybe it's a thing,
it off.
Or maybe it's a daydream or like or something. Who knows? Maybe like he starts the movie with it, and then his girlfriend's like, "You should shave," and he's like, "Okay."
Not even like you should shave. Just like once the plot starts picking up, he kind of shaves it.
Oh yeah. That actually be really
like
smart.
That.
That's something they would do.
Yes, kind
definitely.
Of become content with life.
Exactly.
When he's being pulled back in, so he's got to shave it.
Or the opposite. That like the beard grows later on in the movie.
Oh, once he does become content.
Yeah.
I got you. That could definitely work.
But like I was just getting emotional watching the trailer because I'm like, I don't want this franchise to end. I don't want it to be over. Like I was already like feeling like, no, I know this movie's gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, don't worry. It'll just get Toy Storied.
I don't think it will.
It'll have a conclusion, then it'll come back in a couple of years.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Well, Toy Story, maybe not now.
God, I hope so. Yeah.
All that.
Have you all watched the video on the Roundtable?
See Shane's video on it. Yeah.
Well, that's shameless plug.
On the main channel. But
that is on the main channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why else? Where else would it be?
I don't know. You said the word main channel, and I was like, oh.
Because this isn't on the main channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just talked to Kevin about that today, so we didn't sound dumb like we did in the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Where we were like, we don't know where this is going to be.
We don't know.
Now we do.
This might end up
You're watching this on Roundtable IRL.
Okay, I was going to say this could end up on Roundtable Comics, which I couldn't get to exist.
Not yet.
I did write that quote, that title into a script a little bit ago, though. But that one where it's like bridging Metal Gear and Watchmen.
Oh.
I say like, what does this have to do with the gaming channel? Roundtable Comics, anyone? Kevin's gonna hate me for that.
I totally lost what I was. I haven't seen any of the TV show.
Neither have I.
I know.
I refuse to.
Shane told me the Cartoon Network one sucked.
Yeah, probably.
But I've only heard good things about the Netflix one. So I'm thinking.
Oh, there's a difference.
There's 2 different ones. Yeah.
Oh,
there's the Cartoon Network one, which was right after the first movie, and then the Netflix one is in like after the second movie. And I've heard only good things about that. It has 4 seasons, so I mean, it must be good.
Yeah.
And one thing I still have to respect, even
SpongeBob has gotten up to 11.
Okay,
It wasn't good for a while.
All right,
but then again, Nickelodeon.
But they have. Here's the thing: they have the full.
Nickelodeon
They have the full movie cast, though. That's impressive.
The first show didn't.
No, both of them do. Like that's what's so impressive. Like you could tell, like everyone that's working on it must either be getting paid really good or just very passionate about it, because that's so rare for like any spin-off of anything.
Did Kung Fu Panda, did that show? No. Did not?
You thought Jack Black would be on a kid's like?
That's right. Jack Black wasn't on that, was he?
No, he was not. Angelina Jolie, that had a higher cast. Had Seth Rogen.
Wow.
David Jackie
Cross.
Chan.
Jackie Chan was on that. Oh my god.
Yeah, he was Monkey.
That's right. I gotta watch the third of that.
Oh, it's good.
I know that a lot of people...
I mean, it's not as good as the second one, but the second one was just like, it set the bar so high.
Yeah.
But it's still good.
I remember my cousin was complaining about the second one, and I was like, dude, how?
Where does he live?
It was because of her. It was because of her that I waited so long to watch the second one. I was like, I don't want to watch this. I heard it sucked. Then I was forced to watch it at school, and I was like, whoa.
My cousin has horrible taste.
I mean, I kind of knew that. I don't know why I didn't think of it. Love you, Cameron.
But
she's gonna hate me now that I said her name. She was like,
you didn't say her last name.
No, just like, he better be talking about the one that was 5 at that time.
What?
Like she's thinking that at home.
Oh,
Watching it.
you have multiple
Yes,
cousins named Cameron?
No.
Oh. Well, now I'm just
because I
confused.
said her name, she knows that I'm talking about her.
So I never watched the How to Train Your Dragon series, but I planned on at least binging the Netflix one before How to Train Your Dragon 3 because and I still have time to because it's not coming out till they didn't even give an official release date on that trailer. They just said spring. So I'm hoping March.
Okay.
That makes sense because
Infinity
War is probably coming out in April again. I'm assuming they're going to put it in April again.
Yeah, probably.
Because right now it's still slated for May, but I don't know,
Yeah, everything that I'm waiting for is coming out in spring. Devil May Cry, Death Stranding.
I'm talking. Everything. Are those getting movies?
Okay. You know what? It's funny actually. They announced.
Don't tell me Devil May Cry is getting a movie.
They announced a movie in 2013.
Oh, well, that's
just like the Sonic movie.
Well, the Sonic movie is actually like kicking into gear on production now.
About time. So is the Mario movie. That's being made by Illumination, and that terrifies me.
Yeah, but Nintendo's being very there's another video. Hey, Shane did a video on that. We're just gonna be plugging Shane's videos on the Roundtable.
Can we talk about a Tom video?
Here's the playlist of every video Shane's ever made. YouTube doesn't have annotations anymore, so I don't even know why.
It doesn't?
Not like that. No, it just has the end cards.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
They haven't had that for a while.
Oh,
which is really dumb. I wish they still had it.
Yeah, dude, I love
It's
annotations.
But
how can I go back to my 2007 videos and find like 50 annotations?
No, they're still the old ones that are still there, but
okay.
you just can't add them anymore.
Because like I remember there used to be like interactive adventures on YouTube where it was like at the very. I remember
people still do that now, but they just do it with end cards.
Yeah, I remember Stupid Mario Brothers. Dude, don't. Okay, listen.
I know. I laughed because Kevin already warned me about this.
Oh God, it's such a great series. Listen, it starts off as like the stupidest thing ever, hence the name.
I mean,
and then by season 5, you've got like,
lore.
You've got so much. You've got Mario's the descendant of Merlin.
Is it related to Cute Mario Bros? Because that I did watch.
No, like.
How many blank Mario Bros channels are there?
God, so many. Spoiler alert, they kill off Pauline by like...
Who's Pauline? Wait, was that the original?
Yeah, from Donkey Kong.
That's what I thought.
They kill her off by poisoning her, and Donkey Kong is like depressed for the entire season. It's
like BoJack Horseman, but even weirder.
And because the poison was like Solid Snake's medicine, so he's starting to like hyper age, like because he doesn't have it, and it's like, there's just so much. Season 5 is an all-out war with Ganondorf where, like, characters are dying, becoming crippled, and it's like, what? And you go back and watch episode 1, and you're like, how did we get... What was the logical transition here?
I have no idea. It sounds like someone did quite a bit of drugs. I hope.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so... What else is coming out in spring that you're looking forward to?
That's really all I can think of.
Okay.
I'm just looking forward to 2 things, and then I'll die.
Really? What are those 2?
I said DMC and Death Stranding.
What's Death Stranding?
The new Kojima game.
Elaborate, because
Hideo Kojima is the guy who made the Metal Gear series.
Oh, so is this a not Metal Gear game?
This is not Metal Gear because he was
cool.
Essentially kicked out of Konami. Yeah.
Oh snap!
It's really cool,
Why?
But at the same time, it's like really weird looking. Like I've been trying to write a video on it all day, and I'm just like, I have nowhere where I can just say, like I can just form like.
You can't form cohesive thoughts around it.
You can't, because like every single thing that gets shown is like you kind of pick up like. This makes
everything's
sense.
Open to interpretation, basically.
Well, like you'll get it once like you have like the backstory
when you have
things.
the context.
Yeah,
without context, you're just lost.
Without context, it's like, what is this like hand?
You have nothing but speculation.
Yeah,
so it'd be like an hour-long video.
Essentially, you're like, okay, there's like an invisible thing that crawls. It can't see, but it can detect somehow sound, maybe, but like no clue what it is. Like,
I'm not sure the gaming channel is ready for that length of a video yet. I don't know if I actually talked to you about this at all because you've been on the opposite side of the building all day.
Yes, I work better when I'm alone.
That's completely fair. Me too. We all are pretty ADD in this office.
Yeah, and like that's fun sometimes. But
I say all when I just mean only half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom and Shane are fine.
Yeah.
But Shane is not good for us with ADD because he just brings in the bits, and then we all want to add on to him, and it's just like, wow, it's just a bad mix.
Yeah, definitely.
But
okay,
so I went to concert last night, and I'm just like on a high from it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like very ecstatic. I saw Mr. Wives is like my favorite indie band.
Okay.
They're like, I don't know if you've heard of them. Have you heard of them?
No. And I can guarantee that you haven't heard of my favorite indie band.
That's also fair. I mean, they're indie bands, so it'd be weird if we had. But they're like an 80s pop band. They're like
okay. I mean,
indie pop.
I like 80s. I don't like being pandered to with the 80s. But
they're
like
not pandering. They're good.
No, I got you.
But it was really awesome. And also Walk the Moon. It was 30 Seconds to Mars. But what was funny is it was like it was a radio station hosting it, and it was like a very new radio station, you know?
Yeah.
Do you know 106.7 and how?
I don't listen to the radio.
Okay, but have you ever?
Like
that's
years ago.
That's okay, but 106.7 has where we are has changed like its format dozens of times in our life.
Okay.
Like at one point it was R&B, another time it was classic rock, then it went back to classic rock again.
Okay.
Then it was like on 90s
I just
alternative.
Motley Crue became classic rock.
Stop it right now, sir.
What?
Stop it right
you don't
now.
Like Bowling for Sue?
I'm saying we're gonna go off on a tangent. Anyway, it was really fun. They were really good. Joy Wave also opened, who I don't really know, but they were all right. 30 Seconds to Mars was like the main act, and this was the first time I went to a concert like not specifically for the main act. Like the main act was an afterthought. I saw Walk the Moon and Mr. Wives, and I was like, hell yeah. And I was like, oh, 30 Seconds to Mars too? Cool.
Did you not know they were playing?
Well, no, I knew that, but it was like
I thought that was a
when I was buying the tickets.
Reaction.
When I was buying the tickets, I was searching for Mr. Wives.
I got you.
And I saw Mr. Wives and Walk the Moon, and I was like, hell yeah. And then like I clicked on the link, and it said 30 Seconds to Mars, and I was like, even cooler.
I got you.
And then I listened to 30 Seconds to Mars' new album. Yikes.
Ooh.
Not good.
Who else did pretty bad? Linkin Park's last album wasn't that good, right?
You didn't like it?
That's right. Oh no, I'm thinking
One More
of
Light?
somebody else. I'm thinking of somebody else.
One More Light I liked.
Peppers?
Chili Peppers. I didn't listen to the full album. I just listened to the one single, and it was really good, but maybe the rest of the album sucked.
Somebody released something in like the last
A lot of people have released a lot of bad albums recently. Katy Perry. Throwing shade at your idol.
Yeah, like Heaven Upside Down like isn't the worst album. It's got some good songs on it, but at the same time there are points where you're like, this is really vapid. This is really...
Eminem fell off. That could be another thing of Eminem really fell off hard.
All I know is that people think that like the political rap that he made was cringy.
You might want to get a little closer to the mic.
Okay. I know that people thought the political rap that he made was really cringy.
Oh yeah.
But like I don't know if like anything else.
Well, it was like freestyle, so it was like.
But like, isn't he 8 Mile was all about freestyle, wasn't it?
That's
like,
very true.
I feel as though like Eminem is kind of known for his freestyle.
He should be better at it. Yeah, that's true.
Way better. He's been doing this since.
But I'm saying
whenever that movie came out.
I'm saying freestyle isn't really something I listen to. So the fact that someone's recording something, I don't even know if it actually was freestyle, like if it was written or not. But the way it was just a stream of like, you know, just verses that were like really no chorus or anything. It was just
okay.
That was one song. That was a few years ago though. That was like after the election.
Dude, it's crazy to think that we're
already 2 years in. Yeah.
And like I feel as though nothing's really changed.
Oh, let's avoid politics. Eminem album, not good.
Okay.
I haven't even listened to the whole album, but I just heard. I've heard the singles and I've heard the consensus, and I'm like, I don't need to listen to it. I liked Recovery.
Yeah. That
was a good comeback. And then the second Marshall Mathers LP was also pretty good. And then, but like, he's just becoming really corny. He's not aging well. Okay. He's becoming corny because like even on Recovery, like he'd do that thing where like before the last chorus, he would like segue into it. So like, love the way you lie, just gonna stand there and watch you burn. He'd end the last verse with just gonna, and then Rihanna would go stand there. And I was just like, that's really corny.
Okay.
Like he would say one part of the line and then the guest verse would finish it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Absolute
it's really corny.
Garbage.
It's and like, but like, and that was a good album.
Oh wow.
And then like he started doing that
Some
more and
low
more
standards.
He started doing that more and more, and
you.
like now he fell off again.
I got you.
He fell off again, but maybe he'll come back because he's fallen off. He's fallen off before.
Yeah. So is Manson. Pale Emperor, great album.
I mean, anyone that's
Manson,
in the industry that long is gonna have a couple L's
without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, like the Stones, they had some really bad times in like the disco era.
Yeah,
but
I'm not that big of.
We don't have to remember those.
Love David Bowie. Not a big fan of his. I wouldn't say later work. I'd maybe like midway point, like 80s, 90s, right before he stopped touring. No, that's newer. I like his newer stuff.
Okay. I was about to say, because
I love Black. Okay, actually, here's the thing about Black Star.
Mm-hmm. It's just so badass how he did it. Like he knew.
It is, but there are two songs.
I just with so much respect and admiration.
The two songs,
even more than I already had.
The two songs that are re-releases, I'm like, whenever I always skip them because it just feels like.
Wait, which songs were re-releases on there?
2 and 4, 'Tis a Pity She Was a Whore, and Sue in A Season of Crime, where they're just like really out of place. I feel as though it had just been a 5-song album, it would have been. I would have given it a 10.
Kanye out of 10. Can do it, so
yeah, like it would have gotten a 10 out of 10 if it was just the 5 songs. But for me, like just those two, those two really damaged the album. Those two have to bam it down.
That's fair. I mean.
But I love the original. I mean, like, I'm sure that I'd like the songs outside of it. I don't hate them. It's just when I listen to Black Star, I want to listen to Black Star. And those aren't Black Star.
Yeah, it's out of place. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm the same way about albums. Like, and the best albums are the ones that are, like, one coherent, like, almost like a story within itself.
Yeah, concept album.
Those are the best kinds. It doesn't even have to be a concept album, though. It just has to be, like, where you can tell everything's from the same album. Like, Fall Out Boy's American Beauty, American Psycho is like each song crossfades into the next.
Before or after?
That was their second after.
Okay, then
they got back together.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, I do hate that album.
Why?
I love it so much. Pop.
Not entirely though.
They just became pop. I hate.
They're like
new Fall Out Boy.
They're not soul pop though. They're not like.
I don't care.
They transition smoothly into it. It doesn't feel disingenuous to me,
but it just doesn't sound good.
It is different. Okay, you cannot like it. That's fair.
I really don't like it
because that's the thing I was thinking about. 30 Seconds to Mars. Their new album is garbage because of that reason.
Oh God, don't tell my mom that.
That it's like it feels disingenuous because.
Do you want to hear what my mom said? I mentioned that they were making another Joker movie with Jared Leto.
Are they?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since like just this week.
Oh,
she is a huge Jared Leto fangirl. She's like, yes, because everybody loved him as it, and I'm like, that's not true.
That is not true at all.
And she said, well,
that's the opposite of the truth.
Yeah, she was like, I didn't watch it, and she's like, because I know that he was good, and I'm like, no, he wasn't, Mom.
Oh, buddy. Here's the thing about that. Real quick thing on that. I don't blame Jared Leto entirely.
Thank you.
Because
he was given a crap script,
and also
everybody was
also. Half of his scenes, more than half of his scenes were cut. So what if he had a like shining breakout moment that none of us saw?
Yeah,
he very likely could have.
I think that to blame just Jared Leto would be
that's so unfair.
I definitely think that it's the
when
writer,
there's plenty of other valid things that you can hate on Jared Leto for.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean the whole thing about sending used condoms.
Oh yeah, just his whole method acting is being a dick.
Yeah, it's not really method acting. It's more just being
a dick.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's part of the thing. Is like Jared Leto is very talented, and like he can sing amazingly. He's a great actor, but
not my thing. His music.
Yeah, but like he's a talented vocalist. Like at least you could say that.
Sure.
Like he's almost on par with like Chester Bennington. Almost. I want to say he's like as good, but the way he does those screams. But stop. We're gonna get content ID'd. You're gonna content. gonna get copyrighted.
Oof. You can't sneeze on YouTube without getting demonetized these days.
Yeah. But oh no, where was I? Oh, he's just got such an ego about it.
Yeah.
So it's like harder to respect him and not be mad at him.
Yeah.
It's like yes, you are good at these things, but
real Lucas Lee over here.
you don't have who?
Come on, Scott Pilgrim.
Oh,
the second Evil X. Don't you
listen? I haven't watched it in a minute. And I'm not as deep into the lore as everyone else. Okay,
we are huge Scott Pilgrim fans here.
I know you and Kevin are.
And Shane.
I mean, I'm a fan. I like it.
Not enough to know that Evil X is my name.
No, not enough.
I to be honest,
I'm sorry.
I don't know 5 and 6. They've got
There you go.
really, really long, really Japanese names.
Those are the twins, right?
Yeah, the twins.
Okay, I was about to say.
See,
I'm not so bad. I remember who was what.
Kadianagi twins?
Dude, I have no idea.
Well, tell us something.
They were DJs in the movie.
Yeah, which was not a thing in the book.
I know it wasn't.
In the book, they made robots.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
but wasn't
very different.
Also a thing that like the books were being finished as the movie was in production.
Yes.
So yeah. But I mean,
so I
back to Jared Leto.
Yeah. Jared Leto.
30 Seconds to Mars, like their album before this was still like has like the same sounded like feel as like all the other albums. Like it's still like the same genre. This album's got one song has a guest verse with A$AP Rocky, another who is great, but that's just weird.
Yeah, kind of like how Fall Out Boy ended up having like a feature on every single track for Save Rock and Roll.
That is true.
And it was really awkward.
That's really weird for their comeback album to do. But
yeah.
Anyway,
I still love that. Okay,
Save Rock and Roll, the song.
No. Save Rock and Roll as an album, I thought was decent.
It was a smart move for a comeback album.
I thought it was okay.
It was everything it should have been for a comeback album, honestly.
The music videos, though.
Oh,
I do have to commend them because it's
they made a story out of it, and they made one for every single song.
Part of me says, "Hey, these songs don't exactly fit the music video," and I feel as though
I don't think they were supposed to even.
I know, and to me that kind of detracts from it.
Yeah,
because I'm very like mixed film and music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why I'm going to college for
both
film and music.
But it's still super cool that like they did that. They just made a movie.
I have to.
They just made a movie. Like that's badass.
I do have to respect them for that.
They made sure their comeback was going to be as big as it could be, and they succeeded.
On the point of guests, I think that Elton John has gotten my favorite role for him to be God.
Yes.
They literally have Elton John playing God. And when that came up, that was kind of the moment I was like, really? This is what we're doing here? I'll get on board for now. I mean, see where this goes.
Dude,
but I'm a little...
Had you seen the other 9 music videos? They jumped the shark in the second one. As soon as like they started getting the story going.
That's where they got kidnapped. Well,
because the first one was kind of just like nothing. It was just them throwing fire to a pit with 2 Chainz for 3 minutes. That's all My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark was.
Yeah, no, it was them burning music.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you know that was supposed to be like a metaphor for
I know.
Like Nazis.
I know.
I get
but
that.
I'm saying,
I like that.
But I'm saying that's the only thing it was. There was nothing else to it other than that.
I think it was world building.
Yeah, I'm saying. Well, I'm saying is that was the entire video. Is that I'm burning?
Okay,
things.
Just that world burning. World building.
To me, that's just a little lame. Like absolutely nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. Okay.
Yeah, I feel that.
3 minutes. Absolutely nothing else. Okay.
I feel that. I'm just a pyromaniac, so
that's very fair.
I enjoyed it, but no.
You're saying guest verses.
Yeah, guess like the only real one that I liked was the Elton John one, and it was kind of like just ironic, you know. I feel as though
I didn't mind most of them just because I didn't know most of the guests.
Yeah, I didn't.
Which was cool.
I didn't hate any of the. You know, I might go listen to that tonight. Actually,
I think it's a pretty solid album.
Yeah, I'm torn on it because like
that's fair. That's how I was. I first was like, I was like, it's different, and I don't like it because it's different. And then
I don't dislike it because.
Then
it's
3 weeks later, I was
dislike
jamming out to it.
I dislike New Fall Out Boy not because they're different, because I just don't like the.
You don't like that style.
I don't like
that's
the kind
fair.
Of music.
That's
it's
fair.
Not that I don't like pop. I love Lady Gaga. I just don't like New Fall Out Boy.
That's totally fair.
Yeah, but like, Save Rock and Roll is just so like.
It's just not your cup of tea.
But at the same time, it is. It's got little glimmers of like.
No, I didn't mean to say rock and roll. I just meant their new style. Yeah.
But yeah, Save Rock and Roll has just stuff where I'm like, okay, I like that, and then it gets back to.
I think you might like their new album because there's quite a few tracks. There's like one track in particular that. There's a couple tracks here and there that definitely feel like that have like the same aesthetic as their old stuff.
Okay. It was funny.
Expensive Mistakes is probably my favorite off of their new album.
Okay.
And it's like very, even the music video is very like old Fall Out Boy.
That's good.
It's more like, it's like it reminds me a lot of it's like a comedy music video, so it's kind of like I don't care.
Okay. So yeah, like how all their old ones were.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. My friend and I were on our way to our graduation rehearsal because we want to drive an hour to that place twice in 1 week.
Oh God.
But Dance Dance came on the radio and we both just started rocking out.
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah, like I was like, why? I love this.
I'll say this: seeing Fall Out Boy, when I saw Fall Out Boy live in October, they definitely know their fans. They weren't just like, you know how some artists will be like, oh, y'all don't like my new stuff, but I'm still gonna play it anyway because that's what I like. They were like, they played a bit of everything. They played like,
I mean, I think
they played like 3 to 4 tracks from each album.
Wait. Which artist says, I know y'all don't like my new stuff?
I mean,
what?
I don't think they publicly say that, but like there'd be artists that were like, you know, let's say you go to see Billy Idol and you want to hear him do White Wedding and he doesn't.
I don't know either of those names. I don't know.
It's well, like
I guess I've never gone to a concert like that.
What I'm saying is I've just heard stories about like artists that are like kind of washed up or B-lists now, and then like they have new stuff, but people want to hear the old stuff and they don't do the old stuff.
Grace, I don't think played a lot of songs that were too old just because like the different
vocalists. That's fair. That's a fair situation.
I understood that. I think they did a couple though, but other than that, I can't think of any bands that like don't go back. As a matter of fact, that's my like biggest problem with Marilyn Manson live. All he does is his old stuff, and it's like I get that it's better than the new, but like, come on, man, throw a little something. His last tour that I went to was the Cupid Carries a Gun tour, or Hell Not Hallelujah, which is from Cupid Carries a Gun. Didn't play the song. I was like, okay.
That the tour is named after?
Yeah, he didn't play the song that the tour was named after, and it's like, Manson, buddy.
What are you doing?
I get if this was one of your smaller venues, but like, you know.
Right. Yeah. But
I'm seeing him in July. He's playing with Rob Zombie, which is very surprising.
Oh yeah, I heard about that when I saw them.
Yeah, very
when
surprising.
I saw 30 Seconds.
Because the last time they played together was at the same place.
Yeah, DTE.
They got into a huge. I was not gonna say, but
you can say. We don't live near.
We live on DTE's property.
Literally, there are people there from just all over the state, like that go to a concert.
Whatever. No, they both got into like a huge fight. So when they announced it, I was like, wow, okay.
Guess they're all right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or they're gonna quit it on the first night. One of the two.
They're gonna make an act. They're gonna make it like they're gonna make their own like Captain America Civil War type thing, acted out on the stage.
Trent Reznor is the main one because he used to be good friends with Manson, but now they're kind of like on against each other. So he joins with Rob. Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins goes to Manson. Oh my God, I'm writing this tonight. Oh my God,
I just inceptioned a fan fiction for you.
Oh, you did. I'm gonna hand it to Rob because
You're welcome.
I do have meet and greet tickets, so I'm gonna
nice.
I'm gonna hand the script to
I've
Rob.
Never gotten one of those. I've gotten like the expensive tickets, but not like the VIP or anything. I am seeing Paramore again.
Nice.
And what I noticed, which is really cool, I'm going to 3 concerts this summer.
Okay.
I thought I said that wrong, but I didn't. I went to 3 concerts this summer.
Yeah, I heard 3.
And each is 3 weeks apart. So I just went to Walk the Moon, Mr. Wives, 30 Seconds, and then 3 weeks from this weekend, I'm seeing Paramore, and then 3 weeks after that, I'm seeing Macklemore and Kesha. So it's just like it's perfectly balanced, like all things should be.
Oof! All right, settle down there. That one guy from
Thanos.
Thanos has a thing. Soul Eater.
What?
Where like everything has to be like matches OCD.
Oh.
I watched like 12 episodes and I was like, wow, this isn't good.
Honestly,
I really
Thanos
do
had a
anime.
thing. I know.
Wait. How do you pronounce it?
That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
Because Thanos had the same thing as like Han Solo, where everyone pronounces his name differently.
Who pronounces Han Solo?
In Empire, everyone calls him something different. There's Han, there's Han, and they alternate between the two.
What? I gotta go
Yeah, no.
back and watch
There's one
Empire.
part. There's like after
Han.
the Empire shows up, like they reveal themselves on Cloud City.
Okay.
And like they take away Han. They're and then Leia and Chewie are in that dungeon thing. Leia says, "But what about Han?" And then there's another part where
Are you sure that
where
it
Lando
wasn't
says
just, like,
Han.
Are you sure that it wasn't just like a mispronunciation? Like the Berenstein Bears theme song pronounces it Stain and Steen. Dude, my friends and I looked. We were like, we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
I know it's not. I know the canon pronunciation is Han, but I mean,
Like it couldn't have been like they were just making like.
I don't think it was
the way that
intentional.
they were shouting it. It kind of just sounded like Han.
Maybe.
What about Han?
But I don't know
Han.
because I've noticed it multiple times and it was always
man.
weird to me.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's in Return or Hope, but it's definitely in Empire.
I will.
That's
watch
where
it
it's
then.
the most outstanding. As when they're on Cloud City in Empire is when it's really noticeable.
Oh, and then how do you pronounce
Thanos.
Thanos? I pronounce Thanos.
Yeah, that's what they do in the movie. Some characters say it's consistent with the characters though. That's one thing. It's because that makes more sense because it's like some people say Thanos. I'm exaggerating, but I just say Thanos.
Venom. How do you pronounce what he is?
Venom. Oh, symbiote.
You pronounce it symbiote?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't.
Or is it symbiote? Or is that how it's supposed to be?
That's how the movie is doing it. Even though
I don't like that because it's supposed to be derivative of symbiotic relationships. Calling it a symbiote is too on the nose.
Symbiote. I understand why they're calling it that, especially because
but
bio is in it.
But
It's
like
supposed to be like
calling it
I guess.
Calling it symbiote is more subtle because it's like you look at the spelling and then you see
Yeah, but like
symbiotic relationship.
even like
It still has the same root.
The newer cartoons have kind of been moving away from symbiote for symbiote, and so like I get that like
What are they like from Tennessee?
yeah, and symbiotes, I tell you what, bro. Whoo-wee. Go snap me some of those.
Who let Brock get a hold of the symbiote?
Remember when I was saying that we should do an entire episode in a redneck voice? We're doing that now.
Yep.
I think we're doing that now, bro.
Now listen here. We don't take kindly to symbiotes around these parts.
Only symbiotes for us.
I got a symbiotomatic.
Oh God. Symbiotomatic.
Is that a wrap?
How long has it been?
I'm not sure. My phone's on the floor.
I still want to keep going. I'm good with this right now.
but we do have a time constraint because Kevin needs to record.
Well, it's not like he's going out of town or anything.
We should start wrapping up soon. We got a couple minutes.
Yeah,
we got a couple minutes to spare. We can go. We can go on for 10 more minutes.
Oh, okay, 10. Good.
Symbiotes. What does it say? Is 30 Seconds to Mars' new album, not good. And
okay.
I was like going there. I was surprised. Are you familiar with Walk the Moon?
No.
The band? Shut Up and Dance. That's them.
Oh, okay. So a bad band.
No, they have more than that. There's more than that song.
That's like saying that Kelly Clarkson has more than What Kills You Makes You Stronger.
What do you mean?
Doesn't.
Since You've Been Gone, you mean?
No.
That was her breakout song. Buddy.
Doesn't exist.
What Doesn't Kill You was just Since You've Been Gone.
No,
but
I remember
2018, 2011 version.
Back when we were young and we still wanted to make YouTube videos. You know, I don't have any passion to make anything on YouTube anymore.
No. Me either.
Yeah. We wanted to do like a video where like the world, like all the radio stations get replaced with the Kelly Clarkson radio, but all they play is what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And like people are just slowly becoming like mind controlled by it to where like
so it's just the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Yeah, I guess. Where like they open their mouth and like that's all that comes out of it, and like there's coming at you. Even the dog gets possessed.
Here's the thing: we started out friends. It was cool, but it was all pretend. Yeah.
Don't do what I do to people, okay? This is my thing, okay? I'm the one that
Speaking
speaks lyrics.
songs?
Yeah.
You are certainly not the one that invented that,
My
sir.
thing.
That
It's
is
my
no
thing.
one's thing. That is
It's mine.
just a thing that people
No,
can
it's
do.
not. I patented it.
A thing that my friend Joe and I often do is we'll just like we'll say the lyrics, but like in a Shakespearean way,
Oh,
like Old English.
okay.
Like for example, shut up and dance. Thine must be silenced and commence, and the rhythmic body movements. With
body movements.
That's just an off the top of my head.
I got you.
Example. Spur of the moment.
Very theatrical. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
I got you.
It's a lot of fun. We find new ways to challenge ourselves when we're just bored and listening to the radio in the car. But
I'm glad that I got out of that one story from earlier.
Did you have time for it?
No, I don't. You're gonna
next
have to
time.
remember for next time.
I'm not going to. But
Oh,
I'll look
perfect.
back on the footage and I'll remind you.
Yeah,
I'll write myself a reminder as I'm editing it.
or people will hear that there's an
Yeah,
embarrassing
we'll see the
story
comments.
that I have.
We'll see the comments will remind us
man.
for sure.
Speaking of comments, leave one.
Yeah.
You might get it right on the air next time.
All right, that we're doing. We're gonna do shout outs now.
I'm cool with that.
That is now your responsibility.
All right.
I hope you know
I'll
that.
do shout outs.
Okay.
Address them to Josh directly so I can read them to him.
This has
And
been
read them right to his face.
This has been the Knights of the Roundtable podcast, episode dose.
Cultural appropriation.
It's not appropriation.
Yes, it is.
It's Spanglish. Anyway.
Whoa.
What?
Nothing.
This has been the Knights of the Roundtable podcast. I am Joshua Krieger.
I'm Chance.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram or anything else pretty much at Joshua T. Cry. And Chance, do you want anything you want to plug?
Again, please don't follow me. I don't like having stalkers.
You can see you can find Chance occasionally on the Roundtable Gaming, or just if you want to know what stuff we actually do, read the description, because Kevin does credits. Vox writes credits for like who does what, so like who hosts, who's produced it, who's edited it, and like
you can usually find me on the community Discord.
Oh yeah,
I'm always there, honestly.
Mm-hmm. The rest of us are pretty bad at that, but maybe because it's summer we'll be better.
Yeah,
we were good last summer.
It's like I'm the only one that actually cares about the
Hey,
games.
listen, we are busy people. We just got in office, all right? Give us a break. We got a lot to do.
I'm a part of this office too. You think that entertainment stand put itself up?
I know it didn't.
I know. No, you don't know it didn't, Josh.
I heard you guys.
Yeah.
I had to shut the doors.
Oh God. Yeah, we ran into some trouble. We'll talk about that.
Talk about that next time.
We'll talk about that next time. All right.
Subscribe to Roundtable IRL.
Please
Support us on Patreon, which supports the Roundtable as a whole, not just this specific channel.
Unless you'd like to support this specific channel.
Whoa, that would be counterproductive, honestly.
I'll send you the PayPal.
It's all shared.
That isn't mine.
And give this video a like, give it a share if you like, with your friends or whatever, you know. This has been Knights of the Roundtable, signing off for the third time in this outro. Have a great day. Or night.
Depending on your availability.
Bye. That was bad.